So yeah. Good chance I might be splitting this part into the bonus episode. Congratulations, you've collected all 5 key PlayStation artifacts. Can track down every artifact? Yep, we're not done yet. So I'm going to do a bit of a pause here, and as you saw right there, there's like a teleporter that opened up. So I'm going to hand it over to past Gigalem to basically show off what that is, and then I'll hand it back to present me, so that way we can handle some of the bonus content while I'm getting everything. So, back in a moment. It's pretty late at night here. In fact, it's so late at night I'm in a secret place. I can't be too loud here, but I'm recording this so ahead of time that the next project I'm actually working on is not even recorded yet. I was busy all of August, and you might not even see this until after the next project. Anywho, to show you what we're hyping up towards, well, this is something I actually considered doing, and I figured I might as well record something in advance that I wanted to show you this. This was an active countdown they added sometime before, like some time ago. Basically, this was a free update they added, and along with it, there were a few updates that added hidden bots the closer this game got to the release. This is the game, the game we're looking at, the sequel, which, by the way, I have pre-ordered, by the way. And also the controller. Yes. I'm excited for that game too. I don't know when I'll do a Let's Play of it. Someday in the future. But of course, yeah, they are so happy for us, and, well, there's a reason why I'm here. Let's go over to Memory Meadow. Because I'm going to be recording, oh right, you have to hold it. I'm going to be recording these in advance. So, yeah, a special bot is trapped in Gusty Gateway. Can you solve the riddle and set it free? I'm going to be recording all 4 of these in separate videos, and when we get to the Let's Play, that's when these videos will be seen for the first time. So, of course, we're starting with the PlayStation's beginnings. We are in Memory Meadow where the PlayStation started. Pull this thing out, and you might notice there's a tiny net in here. Also, I am not going to like having to sync up the audio because you guys can hear it from my controller. What you're supposed to do is this. Or, actually, that's not what you're supposed to do, but what you're supposed to do is take this and carry it somewhere. And then, like, be careful not to drop it. Well, actually, I am supposed to get this first, and then I'm supposed to grab it. Ow! And I have to turn off the AC because, of course, it's not that realistic, but it's not that realistic that my AC has to pretend I'm being blown away. But yeah, this is a bit off script. I never script my videos, but this is very off script. But what you're supposed to do is carry this little net. I think that was a memory card that thing flew. And you see this Astrobot and a Peepobot about to be captured. See that little blue cloud? Now, what are you supposed to do about this? How do you get this monkey free? Well, you need bananas. You need bananas. So we got a bit of some traveling to do. I'm going to be recording these in post for a good reason, because this is actually a planned Let's Play of mine. And you might not even see these until we get to that point in the Let's Play. The one thing I'm going to be doing in that point in the Let's Play is handling all the events in post. So here's what you're supposed to do. You are supposed to hold spin, punch this tree until it grabs bananas. My vernacular is permanently altered. And then you're supposed to, if I remember correctly. Okay. Sorry about that. Also, let me check my Elgato game. Yes, it's still working. You were supposed to match the dances and such. Basically, each D-pad in direction is a dance, and you're supposed to match them correctly. Otherwise, if you fail, you have to go back and get a banana. So if this takes several tries, well, now you know why. And I'm not kidding, this is going to be 4 separate videos I'm recording. One for every monkey they added. I am going to the last monkey first because, well, the first shall be last and the last first. So, yeah, I'll be a moment. That's a couch made of stone right there. Yeah, you better get that banana quick because it will disappear if you don't. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, so... Okay, that's down. No. It was left. It was left. Back in a moment again. Okay, that's right. Okay, that is down. Okay, that's right. Okay. That's left. That is up. That's down. And yes, as Spike would say. That's one monkey down. 9 minutes of footage I have to edit. I will see you in Salt State Drive Speedway. Back in a moment. Our next robot will be in deep data space in the SSD Speedway, the PlayStation 2 part of the journey. The special bot is hidden and trapped in deep data space. Can you use your skills and solve the riddle? Yeah. What we need to do, our next robot here is in, well, is in deep data space, and what we need to do is, well, first we gotta get rid of these robots. Get that open. And get this robot to appear. So what's your objective? Well, it's minigun time. So what you have to do is shoot a bunch of these robots around. But you cannot... You have to leave the green ones alive. Then you have to... this is going to be tricky. Ugh. That didn't... Okay, they're still there. Basically, you have to leave the green ones alive and get to a certain platform. Because by leaving them alone... Well, give me a bit. This is going to take a bit, so I will see you with the successful attempt. Hopefully it will be this one. I'll see you with the successful attempt. Now you must leave the green enemies alone. Assuming I can get on this. Gotta be careful. Gotta stand on the little doll. And if that worked, well, we just got a robot, which is a reference to Returnal. I'm not familiar with Returnal. Game didn't personally interest me. I'm not going to be familiar with every Sony IP. There's some I know from osmosis. This one was quite a sloppy one to put together, but I'll figure something out. Anyways, I will see you with finding the bot in GPU Jungle. A special bot is hidden and trapped in Bot Beach. Can you solve the riddle and rescue it? So, I'm not kidding when I say this one's a bit more involved. I am not kidding. Yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare to sync. Like, either it's gonna be easy or a nightmare to sync because the mic or the stereo. But basically, step on this star first. Get rid of you. Go under the pier. Head to the beach. Hit that star. Then go all the way to this tree. Get that star. Now find the bot. And to find this bot, well, you got to go all the way over where the star is. Now, what do you want? Well, what does this particular racer want? You see that map? You want to memorize that map. So, I basically had to take a screen cap of it. Because, I'm not kidding when I say this one's a bit more involved. That map is integral to this achievement because under here is a steering wheel. Press start. Follow that map. And it's done. And you get the Gran Turismo bot. I don't know why I called it Ridge Racer. Is it because of the fact that both games released on the PlayStation 1? But yeah, you also get it for the Player's Trophy too. So, I hope you guys enjoyed what Astrobot is at the time of this going up. I have yet to get the game, but I am getting it upon launch. Because the time I'm recording this is before the launch, and I wanted to get this before I do this project. So I will see you with the next part of the bonus video whenever future me gets to it. You're welcome, past me. Our next robot is in Render Forest of GPU Jungle. A special bot is hidden and trapped in Render Forest. Can you find it and solve it? Solve the riddle and set it free. In fact, we see a giant GPU all the way over there. Anywho, this one's a bit more simple. reason why I'm doing this one next instead of the PlayStation 3 one next is the one for the PlayStation 3 is a bit more involved. And there you go. That's how you get the robot to appear. Next thing you need to do. First, we need to get the flower for this one to appear. Now we need to grow a beanstalk. And there will be a hidden clock somewhere on this, on one of these trees. It will be this one. Press options, and would you look at that? It is currently September 1st when I'm recording this. And yeah, the month is after the date. It's going by UK or European calendar standards. So input 24 11 2015. That is the release date of Bloodborne. A From Software game, if I am correct. And that one was the easiest one for me to get. I've had so much trouble trying to get the Returnal robot and the Ape Escape robot. But, yeah. Give me a moment to get to the Ridge Racer robot. And now with the bonus side of me in the past out of the way, we're back here after I grinded exactly 2,000 coins. Yeah, I had to look up a best place to farm this, but in a recent update, like at least like a couple months ago, this thing was added. And I showed this off in the first part of our bonus episode. Now, I want to say this just in case. I'm likely going to put a warning when we get to showing off, when I'm showing off the bonus content from before I started this project proper. I am not sponsored. I'm not sponsored in any form or fashion. I am putting the disclaimer on screen. I am not sponsored by, like, I'm not sponsored. I'm not shilling any of this or anything like that. And by that I mean there was no contract between me and Sony or Team Asobi. I'm not that, like, I am very small, so there would be no sponsorship that would take me. None of that. I want to state that just in case. Because, I'm just here to show off things because I want to, not because the company asked me to. Anyways, this particular area was added in recent updates, and what you have here is the mission room. And by rescuing those bots, you see these 4 bots about to take off to the game's sequel. Should you ever go here or go to this through the main menu, well, you'll get asked to go to the PlayStation Store. Or if you're like me, you could just close out, put the disc into the game sequel, and start playing right then and there. These 4 bots will be available in the crash site, right from the get-go. But yeah, if you want to know what the countdown to launch looks like, I will be playing that right now. And now that you know what that looks like, well, let's go gather some stuff. Because we gotta go back to the labo and get through the gacha. I do have to break off a part from the finale just to make the proper bonus episode, and don't be surprised if it's much shorter than intended. We have mostly everything here, but there's still some things missing. Specifically consoles and other stuff from the PlayStation 4, stuff from the PlayStation 5, and there's even some artifacts that were recently added. So, let's go talk about those artifacts right now. I think these will always show up every time you're here. So yeah. We got a whole lot of stuff to get. Starting with the PlayStation 4 Pro. This is likely what you had. It had much later in the PlayStation 4's lifespan. If there's a PlayStation 4 I do want to get, it's the Spider-Man Special Edition. Unfortunately, there's also a PlayStation 4 I wished I could get, and it was the PS1 edition. That goes for a pretty penny nowadays because it's limited edition. And unfortunately, I never was in the market for that. So, yeah. Sorry for that little pause. Yep, he's holding the tech demo, only it's much more cuter now. I'm a little dinosaur. A little inner tube with some duckies. Of course, we got some puzzle pieces to uncover. And here we have the PlayStation 4 Slim, likely a cost-cutting version of the PlayStation 4, likely something you owned if you were a later adopter. And of course there's a manta ray in there. Of course, this is what you get for the initial clearing of all this. But with an update, you have these iridescent colored ones. First up on the docket, the PlayStation Portal. This is a cloud streaming device that lets you do remote play with a more handheld-like experience. Sadly, it's not an all-digital console where you can store your data on here and then you could just play on the go, which I find a missed opportunity. These things cost $200, by the way. Yeah. Personally, I wish the form factor looked better. It kind of looks a bit flimsy with that screen and such. And, yeah. But so it goes. Next is the DualSense Edge, the premium controller that also costs a lot. I don't think you can actually open up the one part of the controller that lets you replace the pad. It lets you replace the sticks should any get damaged and such. This is the more premium controller, one I wish I had, simply because I do want to know what it's like to have one of these. Even has back pedals and such. I don't exactly have the games for this and such, and even then I probably wouldn't even play said games. I probably would hook it up to my computer and probably map it to different controllers. The PSVR 2 headset. Something I do wish I had, because quite personally I would like to own one of these. This particular headset and controllers is $530. Yeah. I would love to own one of these, but I don't exactly have the space for it. Like, I probably would own it more or less in case I was bored enough. Here we have the PlayStation 5 Slim. If you're looking to get one of these, make sure it's this model. Well, because at the very least, it comes with the disc drive. Again, I don't want to continue the little rant on the Pro, but believe me, you're better off getting one of these. You basically have a much smaller model that has 2 USB-C ports, but it has the idea of being able to swap out a drive and such, which I do like. I like the more custom feel of it, and personally I do think custom consoles is just pretty cool. The PlayStation Access Controller. This is basically, if you are familiar with gaming for the disabled, this is basically that right there. This particular controller is made for those who are physically handicapped and have a hard time even playing games with a normal controller. So they make these things that let you customize how they're assembled and find your way to have an easier time holding said thing. It also looks like a fight stick, which I heard might be good for, well, this particular Access controller might be a good idea to make a fighting pack with, and quite personally, I am tempted to try out that idea if I do get one of these. And again, I'll just say this: while I do want to get these, I'm not exactly in any sort of rush. The last 2 things we're missing is the right-handed VR Sense controller. Yep. No need for PlayStation Move when you have these things. And of course, the left-handed one. So, yeah. It's just so cool to see these models and actually feel like you're actually interacting with them. But yeah, time for the fireworks to play again and such. There's not much to the bonus episode, to be fair, but thankfully it'll be easier to edit once I get everything together. Congratulations, Seeker. You have found every artifact and have completed the mural. Splendid, the wall puzzle is complete. Take a break and enjoy the fun, colorful history of PlayStation. So yeah, personally, if you have enjoyed this particular tech demo and such, and you want more from it, that's what the sequel is for. It's basically more of it, more full-fledged, more levels and such. And yeah, as much as I do want to cover it, I'm going to give it some time to stew. It is, like, by the time this uploads, it's only been out for like a month. And I only recently 100%ed the game, but have yet to get the remaining trophies. But basically, this game is just oozing with lots of charm and such, and I wanted to cover it simply for that fact, for like a lot of the stuff that makes it such an enjoyable pack-in title, and I don't normally cover pack-in titles usually. So yeah, this is basically where all those extra treasures go. You know, the PlayStation 5 Slim, the Edge controller, the Access controller, the portal. I wonder if it turns on, and yes, it does. Oh, it actually shows the sequel through this. Oh, okay. Again, not sponsored. I can't stress this enough. Just, yes, Zoe. My cat wanted my attention. Let's just... Oof. But it's just one of these things that I just wanted to do a Let's Play for quite some time now. This has been in the plans, like, as a possible Let's Play since, probably earlier this year, way early, before my trip. And I thought of it as more or less of, can I think of a backup plan should I not have the ability to cover a game I wanted to cover in time. So yeah, this was a pretty short project. I was expecting it to be short, and hopefully by the time I put it together, it's something it's something for many to enjoy. I I will say this. I will say this as we head to the mission room. Should I ever cover the sequel to this game, it will be after. It will be like probably a year or so in probably a year or so and such. I do want to wait a good bit before covering this because, again, this game just came out, and I am playing what is essentially what is essentially a 3-year-old or 4-year-old tech demo at this point. And I would love to talk about my feelings about this game. I would love to share those experiences and such. But that is going to be for much later. Anyways, I've been Gigglim. If you want to donate, there's a couple links in the description. Any amount helps. If you want to follow any future series of mine, it's just a click of the subscribe button and the bell, and you'll be on your way. I hope you're taking good care of yourself, and I shall bid you adieu. So, between the time of me finishing recording that Let's Play and me recording this, Astro's Playroom went through a bit of an update. Even the home screen background has updated. Like, look at it. Look at this. So, of course, because I was for ragging on the PlayStation 5 Pro, Team Asobi updated the game to add one more console. So, yeah. Let's just go back to here. So yeah, we just need to go to the labo. Let's see what our coin count is. Oh, we have more than enough. Yeah, to the labo it is. Ah, man, I don't remember Astro feeling this slow. Then again, I'm probably used to playing Crash 3 by now, as you can tell what I've been recording. So yeah. As you can see, we have our little labo filled with everything and such. But there's one thing I should at least mention while I'm here. So, I think this is the PlayStation P1000 model. I don't think the 2000 or 3000 are ever referenced here. Like, you can turn it on and everything. And and I believe this particular thing is probably what inspired the Xperia Play, which is another thing that's not in this game. But this is the PS Vita 1000 model. I actually own a PS Vita now. I have a blue 2000 model and such, and this particular thing has a touchpad gimmick and such. And I actually did get my hands on the very game that is called Bought Away. Yep. Of course, I can just do this while I'm here. It's been a while. There we go! I love doing this. You know, admittedly, I would happily own a Super Slim PS3 because of the disc loading mechanic. It's just so cool. But, yeah, enough dawdling. Let's get to why we're here, why this is part of the bonus video. You may notice some things here. First of all, the Pulse earbuds. Yep. These things are $200. And I can only imagine they're not exactly going to stay that price for so long. And I don't mean they'll get lower in price. I'd rather not talk about it in this video. It's a slippery slope of a topic. Plus, I wish I can like earbuds. I like these cool cases that they come in and such. But I'm just not a fan. They irritate my ears. The next thing. the Pulse Elite earbuds. Yep. Admittedly, I would happily own these if I could, if I really wanted some expensive headphones and such, as long as I can still use, like, the headphone jack. Because I'm not much of a Bluetooth audio kind of person, you know? But now for the main article. The one thing I ragged on this entire Let's Play. A soda can! Yeah, totally. Nope. The PlayStation 5 Pro. The very thing that was also part of a 30th anniversary type of thing. Where you can actually have the performance and quality at once. Personally, I'm more of a performance kind of person, so I'm not exactly like keen on like I'm not exactly in a rush for having the most fidelity out of fidelities and such. But yeah. Now that that's all done, let's go to the labo, or the secret labo, wink wink, to see what we have. So now that these treasures have been added to the screen, I do wish to get one of these, at least the like, personally I wish I can haggle someone for the 30th anniversary edition, but I think I'm lucky to even have the original edition, the base edition. I mean, no joke, when I secured my pre-order, I just basically popped off so excited. And then I went back to sleep because I got up so early in the morning. Of course, you have this thing here. This is based on the Pocket Station. And, of course, you have this. And, as much as... And, of course, this is advertising a game I want to Let's Play sometime from now. Because, I will say this. If you have one of these consoles, you owe it to yourself to play this. Because, yeah. Man. That game made me so happy. So, and I'm so glad it won Game of the Year, though. Of course, here's the console, here's the Slim. And there's not much that you can do with it and such. It's just, that's practically what you need to see from here. And so, yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed this little, like, final bit at the end of Let's Play. As up next will be the, 2024's blooper reel. I should finally get to that because it's long overdue. Much like last year's blooper reel. So, yeah. If you want to donate, there are a couple links in the description below. Just tell me, like, what you want to, just tell me if you want to have your name read in any future Let's Plays and such, and I'll handle it from there. Tell me how, stuff like that. I'm a bit new to saying this stuff. If you want to follow a series like this one, it's just click the subscribe button and the bell, but you don't have to if you don't want to. The thought is appreciated. After the blooper reel, let's just say, I'll give you a hint. If you haven't watched one of my update videos, I can tell you that the next Let's Play is gonna rip you a new one. Until then, I'm taking really good care of yourself, and I shall bid you adieu.